This is Ancestral Recall. I'm your host, Eli Kaplan. This is a web series about Magic's history, and we're hopefully going to show you some good cards for some cube today. What's our list today? The top 10 Magic Dogs. I was listening to some classic hip-hop from the 80s, and I heard this one song that triggered a great idea for a listen in my head. Tone Loc's Funky Cold Medina. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but in the song, he drinks the aforementioned love potion that happens to attract a large number of dogs. And he lists some of the famous celebrity dogs that were going to hump his leg. Ugh. What were the aforementioned famous dogs? If you're old enough, you probably know Spuds MacKenzie. But what about Alex from Stroh's? I thought this was just a joke. Anyway, so what about Magic's famous dogs? And that's when I lit upon this great idea. Let's have a list. As usual, I want to be transparent in my decision making. In order to make this list, a card must have the creature type Hound on it. No changelings or misformed ultimuses allowed. Spells with an appropriate theme can also make it in, but I'm pretty sure that the number of dog-related spells in Magic is pretty low. Cards can get on this list by being solid tournament quality cards, doing something cool, or simply being awesome. Cards that didn't make it to this list? Well, both Onslaught and Zendikar had these rare lands that let you search for lands of allied or enemy color pairs, but just saying fetch ain't enough for this dog's list. Fetch. Number 10. Hollow Dogs. I know that urban myth says that dogs are always hungry, but these guys go a little too far. This is Yawgmoth's favorite breed. Number 9. Corpse Cur. Ew! This artifact dog has gotten down and dirty with the ichor and occasionally brings its master a corpse. A fine limited card in Scar's block. Number 8. Wild Dogs. These guys don't listen much, but they were a key component of Stompy Green, a super cheap rush deck for mono green in Saga Standard and Block. Nobody cycled these. Number 7. Thrashing Mossdog. This never made it into constructed decks, but its combination of reasonable stats, reach, it can jump up into the trees. Also, the scavenge ability is a nice little bonus. A fine limited card. Number 6. Hellfire Mongrel. Talk about an intimidating name. The postman must have this on his permanent hate list. This guy was really good in limited, as a reasonably efficient card in the early game, and as a solid draw late game. When your opponent's hand was nearly empty, and this guy hit the table, it hurt like hell. Number 5. Lava Hounds. This dog may bite the hand that feeds it, but it immediately gets to biting the other guy, which made it a mainstay at the top of the curve in old Sly decks. Number 4. Underworld Cerberus. Hey, a mythic! This gigantic dog with multiple heads was nearly impossible to block, and crazy things happened when it hits the yard. This occasionally gets play in current standard. Now that we've broken the top 3, it's important to say that all the remaining dogs have gotten to the top through massive play in various formats, so they're the leaders of the pack. Number 3. Isamaru, Hound of Konda. This guy got played a ton in Standard and Kamigawa block. The only drawback is the legendary bit. One of White's best one-drops. Period. Number 2. Wild Mongrel just misses number 1 by being in one of the most brutal standard decks of all time, Blue-Green Madness. I've talked a lot about this card before in Miracle Grow, and someday soon I have to go do a deck profile on it. And the number 1 dog card of all time is Jackal Pup. This card made Dave Price famous, and many others besides. It was the best one-drop for red of all time for many years. Good doggy. What's the takeaway from this list? What can we learn about dogs in Magic? Well, red has most of the good ones. Apparently, Magic's dogs are impulsive, emotional, and hot. They're all over the map in terms of casting cost and color, but they do some good things on the attack. They usually don't break 2 in power, and yeah, they make fine pets. Also, this gives me an excuse to put lots and lots of humorous animal pictures in this video as I list some of the honorable mentions. Humorous animal pictures get hits, I hear. So thanks for watching this episode. At some point in the future, I will do a top 10 cats list, because, hey, let's face it, the internet prefers cats over dogs. It's clear which of the two the guys and gals in Renton prefer. There are 50 dogs and 121 cats to date in Magic. But that's fine. Please like this video, and if you haven't done it already, why not subscribe? And why not go and check out my older videos? This is Eli Kaplan for Ancestral Recall, signing off. Good games, and good luck.